Hi, welcome back to the channel, FC24. Alright, finally we get this 89 CB after a long wait. So really happy I managed to get this player. And of course, now is the time to collect all the rewards and towards the final. Before that, we gotta get a 83 to 85 player. Hopefully we get one good one, Portugal. Alright, so hopeful. Oh no, not really. I think I know who I'm getting already. Multiple attempts in getting this good player, but most of the time we're getting this 83, so it's not really fantastic. It's going to repeat here, but that doesn't really bother me. What's already happened and exciting is I'm getting this player, the 89 CB. I've been waiting so long, and you know what? You're getting this player in the market, 10 million. So this is really worth it. It's worth the wait, and it's a free 10 million player. But now, if you look at the market price right now, if you get an 89, it's only 5 million for this player. So I mean, you can consider it. I mean, thinking that you want to get it from the market, by all means, you do the wait. But for me, I'm getting it for sure. The fact that I've been doing all the requirements, and of course, I'm going to swap over to this 89 right now. You're looking for a Icons 89, it easily costs you 10 million for sure. So if you're thinking of upgrading this player, that could be possible. I mean, if you get another of this player and then you do training, I believe you can upgrade into 90 CB. So that would be another attractive option for you. So for now, let's take a look at the CBs. I mean, you can see a 90 CB costs about 17 million, 89 roughly about 10 million. Oh, it's a bit strange here. Just now we saw he's worth 5 million, but now if you look at the market, he's 10 million. So if you think about upgrading him, you need 10 million to upgrade. So that's relatively expensive. I'm not think I'm going to do that right now. So the other option is to get the money worth by buying another player straight from the market. So if you really want to spend a 90, costs about 17 million, that's the cheapest you can get, and definitely I'm going to save my coins for now. It's too expensive. Alright, so now I'm going to test it out in the market, getting into the market, and then buy it and then upgrade it, but probably later on. But now I'm going to test it out in the H2H. So getting into the H2H mode right now, with the best defender ever, 89. Right, so let's go for it. Definitely I'm going to share you the gameplay itself. Not going to do fast motion in normal pace. Alright, so you can see the full match here. It wasn't an easy match for sure, but I think that great defender make a huge difference. Alright, so let's go for it. Right, obviously this is a trick. Everybody is doing it, so be careful to guard your backs. Okay, so here we go. Alright, so oh, that wasn't a good move there. It's too far out. Glad you couldn't get it. So right now, let's quickly try to get possessions. Just early bit in the game. All right, so good. We got a possession right now. Let's move forward and see whether they can score a goal easily from here. All right, I think we do it. So that is really fantastic here. All right, so now we have the 1-0 winning scoreline. Let's move forward and see whether we can win this H2H. Getting a H2H win is not easy. Most of the time you get ties. If not, you lose. But you've lots of practice. Sometimes you're lucky, you may get it done. Alright, so now very quickly, you got to do it anyways, once a day, be it a VSA or H2H, that's up to you. But sometimes your luck of getting VSA win is getting really rare right now, because I don't know, most of players are already having 91 OVR. I'm still just upgraded to 90, so it's not really that up to date. In terms of team OVR is really tough. But I'm talking about free-to-play. Pay-to-win, different story. So as a free-to-play, it's relatively difficult. But I'm managed to get it 90 after getting all these free players, and of course, more importantly, using the universal card. All right, so universal card that you can get for the 81 universal card from the event. There's an exchange, you can do it. Okay, but you just got to spend like maybe 4 million or so in order to get a universal card, and I think it's worth it, because if I'm upgrading it, so I'm upgrading my current founder cards. From all to 90, and if I find a formation can fully use all the positions, I think that's great. Getting a player from a market, definitely more than 4 million. And you know what, sometimes when you do upgrades on trainings and whatnot, so in that context, the player that's been trained actually has higher attributes compared to buy of a higher OVR from the market. So got to take note of that, especially if you look at the pace for the strikers that I have. Apparently they are much better, or even the defenders, they are much better compared to what the OVR is showing for other players. So I think that's a choice, but of course, that's only applied to H2H. For VSA, we are always fighting with OVR, so there's a total different story. So you have a dual, definitely. I think it's important to have two different lineups. One of it used for H2H, the other for VSA. A VSA just put in the best or the highest OVR, whereas for the H2H, you're going to put in the best trained players. So even of the lower OVR, that doesn't really matter. More importantly, is their attributes in the H2H, because you can see the player really able to outrun, especially with good pace. So relatively important. As for pace, I thought when you run through the fields, the opponent can't catch you. I think that's the greatest draw you have in the fields itself. All right, so now very quickly, I'm going to put in the fresh pair of legs there to support my right wing. So let's try and score another goal to seal this deal. Hopefully we don't lose and get an equalizer there, but I try my best to defend well as well. So again, defenders likewise, I put in not very high OVRs, but well-trained defenders. Definitely going to put in the new defenders you saw just now that I just got. Alright, so this is really unfortunate. This sometimes it's that frustrating that that this is very rigged game when that happens, because it's so obvious. No matter how hard you try to block it, it just doesn't go your way. So it doesn't matter. I mean, we still have 30 minutes to go. I'm confident we will be able to score at least another goal. So we're going to win this for sure. Let's try and do it, because I don't think the opponent is really strong, but it's just lucky. Right? So sometimes after playing for a while, you will assess the case. Whether the opponent, whether it's a strong player or not. Initially I thought it was, but no, after playing for a while I realized it's not. It's just maybe lucky and passing well, and then eventually AI just happened to be his in favor. So let's try and do it again to get back possession, and then we try to do a score. Alright, so possession back in place. Alright, so great. You can see the way he slide. Definitely not an experienced player. He's basically, I think, just trying his luck. Alright, so I'm going to have the another 12 minutes in possession for sure. I think holding possession for sure is very important. That gives you the chance of winning, and losing possession easily is definitely a show of weakness. So just make sure you really grab the possession really well. You position yourself, your players, and expectation on where the ball is predicted to move. So that's important. After playing for a while, you realize actually how the ball or people have the mindset of shifting the ball around. So it's quite obvious. They always pass forwards diagonally. Let's try and do this. Alright, so I think the last moment the AI gave in and we managed to score another goal. I think it's so furious for the opponent normally to have this happening, and I think he just immediately locked out, and that's the feeling I get for sure. So anyway, gotta thank him for this. Alright, so we win this match, and that happens to be able to achieve the H2H win, and of course testing out the new player. I think that's really happy. Definitely this good defenders. Maybe if we get better defenders in future, we'll move it out. So, okay, so that's the H2H match for you, and let's quickly move on to open some pack openings. So pack openings, whether it depends on luck, of course. If you've got good players, share me in the comments. Otherwise, I'll try my best if I could get any to show you in the video itself. Okay, so very quickly we come towards the end of the match, and with that, let's proceed to pack openings itself. Alright, so here we have 2-1 score line. That we have the 20 competitive points, and we move along the way. Let's see here. We try to do a pack opening. Alright, we got an RB, not too bad. I'm gonna move him to the market for sure. I already got a good RB, so I do not need this. Doing this CM exchange may not be really worth it, but let's see how things work out. If I have the players, I will do that. This 90 ST is too expensive in my context, because ST are definitely not worth much end of the day. So doing this 91s CDM may be tough for now, but let me try out the exchange, which I'm able to do it right now. So I'm going to put in the cheap 86 RM, I think couple 100,000 worth, and let's see who we get today. So are we going to get someone that's worth more than $1 million? Then we make a small profit. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so we got an 84 RW, not the best player ever, but nonetheless still 1 million. So probably you can get back the course, make a small little profit there, maybe 100,000 or so. Let's sell this RB as well. So that's great. You can sell for 1.4. that gets back about 1.3 or so. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe. Get more coins. Goodbye.